Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Desi and welcome to the final push for the South campaign on Ultimate General Civil War Legendary. Today I'm going to be doing the Battle of Hall's Ferry. I've only done this is my second time doing this, and I watched a brief view of something Compass do this. He ended up using a lot of artillery. I'm going to do something a little bit more risky, but it's the way I did it before. And the issue is with this strategy is I took like 22k casualties. Right now for Washington, I'm looking at about 140k. If all goes well, I'll have 160 going into the battle. That should be more than enough. And I also want to make a fifth corps. I have four full corps right now. I want to make a fifth corps because I think I can use the fifth corps to loop around and support when I'm holding Washington, if I'm not mistaken. So, but right now everything looks good. So let's give it a go. This is not a tough battle to win. It's a tough battle to win with low casualties, in my opinion. Okay, so I do have a fair amount of artillery, and that's something that I saw something Compass do. So what I'm going to try to do, last time what I did is I just sent everybody through this gap, went all the way up here and just pushed down and tried to get them caught in the swamp. That didn't work as well as I would have liked, because what they ended up doing is just reforming over here in these trees, and I was doing great. I pushed everybody out of here because I had the flank, and then I marched everybody around here to the back, but then I had to essentially just bum rush this. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do like a little bit of a double envelopment and just really try to shatter or rout or whatever in these units in the swamp. The swamp is a really good dead zone. And if I could catch them in here from multiple sides, that'll be really, really good. Also, there's tons of rivers going through here. There's tons of places where I can really just put a licking on them. So that's my goal here. I do obviously want to do what I did last time and break through up here so I can shove everybody this way and into the swamp. So it is going to be one of those finesse battles. I am going to be taking a lot of artillery fire. That's the advantage of what something Compass did is he literally had like I think 20 artillery units and snipers just pounding away at him. But unfortunately, this time around, I don't have a ton of 3-star artillery that I can use. But I think I should be fine. Anyways, let's get this started. Yeah, we're going to have our 3-stars go around and do the flanking maneuver. I'm going to send some skirmishers out front to soak damage for them. I'll send Orphan and Mississippi Mayhem to be the soakers. Send you guys up there. We don't need a whole lot of troops this way. We'll send you guys up here. I did bring my cavalry, which will be useful, but to a limited extent. Okay, so you can go there. Okay, we have 2 soaker brigades. You guys can go there. We are going to get reinforcements almost immediately. Okay. So let's do that for now. This is a bit of a cluster getting everybody organized. Anyways, let's do this. Detach, 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 detach. Should have done this in the start. Detach, detach, detach. Need to be really careful with our repeaters. They're not. This is not the optimal battle for them. Like I should have done what Compass did and just bring a bunch of artillery. But if I can get the flank, then I'll be able to make a push. I don't think we need so many troops going this way. Heavy howitzers, I'm going to move you guys up into these trees. Okay, I don't think we need... I think we can just bring 4 brigades over here, and that'll help with the squishing them a little bit. So that should be fine. Okay. We'll just stick with this for now. We don't want Johnson getting killed or routed or whatever. We don't want these howitzers waltzing through enemy lines. We should have split these guys into 2 different artillery brigades or whatever, battalions. Yeah, these last 2 battles aren't hard to win. It's just casualties that get you. But so far I'm 30,000 troops ahead of where I was, so even if I completely scuff these last 2 battles, which I don't think I will, it should be fine. So I want to keep my 3 stars really as intact as I can. I could have made... I think I have enough artillery where I could just make them into artillery, but... So these melee shot cavalry, we do have replacement Lamats, so we can send them a few times in to get some shatters. That's going to be their job. But we really need to be cautious with how we use our cavalry here, because they can get caught out in the open and artillery just absolutely freaking shreds them. And we don't want that. Zoom out a little bit. I like playing zoomed in just because ambiance, I guess. I don't really have a good strategic reason for it other than I just like to... Okay, let's move these howitzers up. Can probably move them into the artillery forts, actually. We do have replacements, too, if we lose some of the howitzers. Where are they? There they are. Our parrots will be coming in soon, and we'll be able to start getting some long-range bombardment, but that's when 2nd Corps gets here. We have plenty of time, so there's really no rush for this. This is why probably artillery bombardment would have been the way, but that's not really my style. Like, I just don't have the patience to just... Maybe when I play Union, I'll go for a really artillery heavy, because I know they have access to a lot better guns. So when I do the Union campaign, I'll really put more of an emphasis on artillery. Alright, so let's get around. So there's 3 lines that we need to break. The artillery's in here. And once we break through and get some freedom, we'll send our cavalry in. But I need to make sure the artillery is engaged before I even think about doing anything with the artillery. Okay. Make sure our reconnaissance is good. So it looks like they got a pretty hefty line over here. We can get around here and push this way, that'll be good. They have another line there. But fortunately, we have a fair amount of room on this side. We want to make sure that this side is good. I haven't heard... There's no opening shots that have been fired, so they can't even see me yet. And apparently if you stick like... I saw Compass get a flank here on these guys. So I'm trying to figure out how I would do that. Okay. So if we can get up here, we can get around there and attack from two sides once our flanking maneuver is complete. And I think we should be able to do that relatively easily. I'm the Union might charge out of the trenches, and if they do, then that's GG. Which I've seen them throw so many battles by doing stupid crap like that. So I think we need to get him out of there. That's our first real test. Oh crap, what is going on? Okay, we've come into contact. That's not great for us. Let's get back. You guys can just chill here. That's a lot of artillery. Come into contact over here. That is not ideal. Yeah, they have a lot of artillery. Okay, I see the one battalion up there. Let's get back for a second. Looks like we're okay up here for now. This is a lot different than my first time doing this, and the fact that I'm actually doing a double, or trying to do a double envelopment. I don't care if they're artillery. They probably have howitzers anyway. Okay, good. They're still doing a fair amount. Let me see, get Georgia Legion up here. We want to make sure our 3 stars don't get too overcommitted. Or carried away. They're just an absolute pain to replace. Looks like we're starting to draw fire over here. Okay. So let's just do a little bit of reconnaissance up here. Oh crap. Already taking fire. Alright, I guess we need to just go ahead with this since we can't really sneak around this side anymore. Maybe we can try the other side if this doesn't work out. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to run our troops. Mississippi Mayhem should not be taking fire from them, so we're going to just re-rotate them over here. Oh my gosh. You guys get back. Like, we need to have skirmishers soaking this. We don't need to have our frickin' brigades doing this. So we're going to put the skirmishers up front, and we're going to shift around and try to relieve this problem. I don't know. I could really use some reconnaissance up a little further. I do know that. So hopefully, again, our infantry is going forward by itself, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, there's more infantry up there. So we'll just have you guys soak then. I haven't done this battle in like months. So I'm a little bit rusty. So you guys will soak that. And you guys will move up and soak this, and we should be able to get a double route, or a double access point. But we need to have the skirmishers up front. That's huge, a huge part of success here. Okay. Could really use our general over here as well, because we want these skirmishers to soak as long as they can while we do our maneuver. Okay, the tigers, skirmishers can move forwards. Okay, I think this will work for now. We actually are getting a fair amount of casualties. If we can break him, no, we need to like get around a lot further. Okay, we're drawing their fire, that's good. I think if we can get these skirmishers around first, we might be able to just handle this and get our first big roll up on their line. Okay, you guys are holding out fine. You're still 82% morale. You guys really need to get into cover. Devon's skirmishers are soaking, so we want to get them into 100%. Have them hold. And now we should be able to... How many guns do they have? So they have 352 guns. Holy crap. That's a lot. And they have 62,000. That's not too bad. It's about what they had last time. But it's a fair amount of troops we're facing for sure. Okay. I think they're still shooting at Devon. That's fine. Georgia skirmishers are doing a good job soaking here. They're actually exchanging about even with an entrenched enemy, so that's actually really good. Okay, it looks like we are starting to draw fire from them here. It's not good. Okay. This should be far enough. Okay, that's a route. And we should be able to get the artillery now. Okay. So, unfortunately, Straw Hat took about 50 casualties pulling off that maneuver. But... can't always predict where they're going to shoot. So we're going to move our repeaters up, potentially. I think... Now let's just do right here. We'll just be a little bit methodical about this. Get that artillery. We're going to get Devon's skirmishers behind and start pushing this way. We really want to shatter that artillery. That is the goal here. The infantry, whatever, they'll die in their own time. But the artillery is the prio here. Really want to get behind this guy. Yeah, the artillery will definitely shatter here. And potentially... No, I think we're okay. Alright, good job. How many guns is that we knocked out? Okay, that was about... Yeah, so each one of these 500 artillery battalions is roughly 10% of their artillery force. So we've already wiped out those guns. We will not have to deal with them later. That is huge. This part is going to be annoying, but we're going to get our second flank. The problem is Lawler's going to reform up here and come down. So that's going to be a little bit annoying. Okay, we have the flank here. This should be fine. Okay. Should be able to use our... No, we need to really wipe out that or get that artillery routed before we even think about bringing our repeaters in. Okay, that's a route. We have unit collision here that's going to cause problems. So we need to get skirmishers up here and soak while we pull this maneuver off, I guess. Yeah, Shenandoah sharpshooters are about ready to get volleyed on. Yeah, they're already getting ready to shoot us. That's going to be... And they're partially in the swamp, so unit collision for the win. Hopefully they can get out of there pretty... Okay, they're only 24 casualties. Bit unfortunate, but we have drawn their fire. Okay, 38 casualties. That's not the worst thing in the world. 34 casualties. So a couple dozen there. Minor mistake, but nothing to get too upset about. Really just need to make sure that we pull this off seamlessly. What's going on up here? Okay, it looks like you guys are in position. Make sure they stay in the battlefield. Sometimes with unit collision, they'll glitch and go off the battlefield, and we don't want that, obviously. Okay. So we've got them routed. Gonna move our repeaters up. And we're just gonna... This is a little bit tricky here. Okay, it looks like our howitzers are getting unmolested kills, so that's really good. Where's our freaking supply wagon? There you are. You guys need to stay by the artillery. In fact, our howitzers can, once Landrum gets a little bit closer, can potentially start getting shots off on him. You guys should keep pressuring. We don't need a whole... You guys need to get up into cover, please. This is not ideal. But this is... Once we get back here, we'll have them flanked, and then it gets a lot more trivial because we have an avenue to send all of our troops in, essentially. Okay, we have a good idea of where all these troops are and where their lines are over here. And this will actually hold them in place, because if they abandon those... Okay, these howitzers need to focus on them, because they're retreating right into us. We really should be squeezing them as well, but a little bit of a missed opportunity there. Okay. Now you guys just hang out in the woods. Straw Hat is drawing fire, so we're going to have you hold. Looks like Matthias isn't even in that good of a defensive position. We are going to let our troops rest once we get the flank here, because that's like 99% of the battle is just making sure we get this flank. Do not get in melee with them, please. We want to get a flank. We don't want to get bogged down. Okay. I think we can hit Foster. It'd be nice to have Second Corps in here because they got all my sharpshooters. Okay, he should route there. Landrum is out of cover. So let's keep the howitzers on him. They're slightly out of range. Okay. Potentially... trying to think what we can do here. You guys hit them. Should be able to get Burbridge as he retreats. Come on, do not get in melee. Do not get in melee. Just chill. Really want to get this artillery dealt with. I'm trying to think how we can do this. We're actually going to move our repeaters up. Alright, you guys should be very close to being far enough, and then we're going to put them all on walk. Yep, bye-bye. Get out of there. Alright. Have everybody turn on him, and we should be able to inflict... Oh my god, look at him melt. Beautiful. Potentially can get some supplies here, but it's going to be a little bit of a risky operation, so we're going to send our 2-star skirmishers in to hopefully yoink some of those supplies. Oh my gosh, Mathias is just getting absolutely crapped on. Now, in order to get these fortifications, we need to... Getting a little bit... Not complex, but need to make sure that when we assault, we do it in a coordinated fashion and not just... Also, we need to take our boys off of run. We really want to be efficient here, and my troops are not going to be efficient if they're running all over the place. Their condition's going to go down, they don't fight as well. Yeah, that's a nice little... I don't know if we can take these without, like, risk of a lot of casualties. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get this... We're going to flank and try to get Landrum out of there so we'll have free reign to attack his artillery. See, these guys will be able to hit me if I go too far into these woods. We don't want that. This is not favorable. We need... If they're an entrenchment, you have to flank. It's just throwing troops away if you're not flanking. Always be flanking. ABK. Second Corps is here. That'll be nice because we can get sharpshooters. Sharpshooters will be really good for dealing with these guys. Really tempted to move these howitzers up, especially since we're starting to whittle away at their... Okay, we've got our snipers. We're going to put our snipers right there. And I think that these guys should march into position pretty much automatically. So after Cold Harbor, Second Corps is actually even in better shape than it was in terms of unit troop experience and whatnot. Yeah, all we're trying to do here is just get Landrum out of there so we can get free reign to assault that artillery. Orphan Brigade, I'm going to have you guys hold here. I'm really tempted to take those supply wagons, but we're going to draw fire if we do. And we'll figure out what we're going to do up here. I might just wait for more troops. Like I said, we already have the advantage of being around their flank. We can be a little bit cautious here. Okay, good. He's routed. Send Terrell around. And let's just have you guys get a push from down south. I think, yes, this is a lot of troops coming into the field. Should be able to just do a combined assault. And we'll just have you guys march up into position. And when you're ready, we'll just start rolling up this flank and shoving these guys into the creek. I'm actually tempted to try to kind of push in here, though, to maybe get some pressure. But that's not going to work. This needs to be like a sort of double envelopment sort of thing. Okay. So Matthias, unfortunately, is going to reform in these woods. So let's just send our troops around. Okay, what's going on down here? We really need to focus. Okay, he's routing, or he's getting ready to route. It looks like we've wiped out most of the, or we're about ready to wipe out most of the artillery in this area, so we can think about potentially Texas Brigade. I'm going to have you chill back here, because you guys are about ready to get in contact. We really need to have... When we open up on Foster, we want to have all hands on deck for this. I'm thinking if we can get behind Leggett, we can potentially... Okay, Matthias is charging for some odd reason. Also, we need to really focus on specific areas. You guys are taking a little bit of artillery fire, but that's okay. Can't really push through here yet. Man, these heavy howitzers, even to a fortified enemy are really doing a number on them. Okay, Devon's skirmishers got driven away by the artillery. Well, in order for this flank to work, we really need to get Leggett out of that position. So I guess we can send our skirmishers in and maybe some of our troops. Let's see what we can do here. Need to get you guys around the backside of... Actually, no. Just wait. Oh, God. This is not ideal. Back up. This is not good. I don't want to engage this at all. We've got skirmishers in woods. Let's just try our flank over here. Okay, Foster is routing, but he's going to reform if we don't inflict as many as possible. We need to get him down to it. We're not going to be able to, unfortunately. That sucks. That sucks. This might be a good time for our melee cavalry to do something, but I don't want to frickin'... Alright. We'll wait for an opportunity to present itself for now. But we need to get Leggett routed so we can start disassembling this. Yep, they're firing at us. Okay, this isn't going to work. Need to be patient. Okay, Lawler's in the frickin' swamp. That's an opportunity for us. And actually, he's blocking Stevenson from shooting. Okay, you guys need to be careful when we're moving up. Okay, Foster's been really beat up. So that's another artillery battalion we've essentially put out of commission. Lawler's in the swamp. We can hit him with all these guys and drive him back. Well, he was in the swamp. Okay. Can actually start moving our artillery up to closer positions. Okay, there is artillery in there, so that's another... Yeah, Lawler's in the frickin' drink here. So I think what I'm going to do is have one of my 2-star skirmishers soak this. But he'll be driven off pretty easily, I think. He's taken a lot of damage. This is annoying as heck up here. So we're just going to ignore that for the time being. I don't really want to... It's not a good... Oh gosh. And unit collision for the win. This is why you don't just clump your troops up like this. It's just sloppy play. There it goes. 50 casualties that we didn't need to take. Okay, Lawler's being driven off. Need to widen our line here. A bit overextended. Orphan Brigade got driven off because I was stupid and clumped my units up and there's unit collision, so good game. Alright, let's move these snipers up. What is going on? Lawler is... Okay. We're actually going to run because I see a huge opportunity here to break this stalemate over on this edge. Oh god. I don't know how they're hitting me. Look how far they're shooting me. Okay. A lot of opportunities presenting themselves over here. I just need to be effective about dealing with each one in kind. Oh my god, dude. I mean, half the problem with these is they just don't... They never retreat in the right direction. Okay, we should be able to get him with a flank here. Okay, there he goes. Just keep pumping lead into him. Stevenson is now shooting us. Gosh dang it. That's going to be a rout. We're going to need somebody to soak this. So we're going to move Orphan Brigade up there to soak that damage because we need to get Leggett routed here, like now. Otherwise, it ain't going to work. Okay, Straw Hat, you're going to need to merge here in a second. You're taking too much fire. And you might shatter. Okay, we've actually got Leggett routed. So now, have a couple of decisions to make. Well, first of all, we withdraw because this is no longer necessary to hold here. I don't... Where is Straw Hat? Oh, you are. Okay. These skirmishers need to merge immediately. We are going to get some fire as they retreat. Rest of our reinforcements are coming online. And we're about ready to be able to just bully our way through. Okay. We don't need to be taking fire, so it looks like their line of fire is roughly right where this road is. So if we're on the other side of that road, we will not take enemy fire. We have routed them. Like I said, I'm not doing anything about this now because it's just not tenable because there's skirmishers. We might just have to bully our way through there eventually. But for now, it's not really necessary. Okay. Okay, let's get on the other side of this road and they will not be able to shoot us. One of our major generals just got injured. Okay, Burbridge is causing this ruckus. Okay. These sharpshooters up here. Really want this to be more coordinated, but it's kind of turning into a cluster F. Okay, but it's fine. We have the flank here now. And we'll be able to sweep this entire part of the battlefield. Okay, it looks like Matthias is finally breaking cover. We need to make sure... Okay, Straw Hat will actually stay intact, thank God. We do not want to lose them. Just keep them running. We will be able to wipe out a bunch of their artillery up here. Have you guys merge. Perfect. Benton is now routing. Okay, we've got the flank here. Slow and steady. Okay, let's get our repeaters up here and we'll use them to drive Matthias off. That seems like a fairly safe and reasonable use for them. Might take some artillery fire, but I doubt it because their artillery is really focused on this assault that I'm doing here, which is the biggest existential threat to the Union right now. They're actually going to do that, which is very stupid. Very ill-advised, unwise decision. Get out of here. Okay, never mind. We might not even need to use our. Again, we're in danger of coming under fire, so just be cautious. You guys will merge. Burbridge is actually going to go into the river, so we want to make sure we put at least a little bit of pressure on him as he runs away. Okay. This is really good. We have a huge opening over here. We can just start shoving. I'm going to move our howitzers up here in a little bit. Going to use our repeaters to keep driving him away. And potentially we're going to okay, we've shattered another artillery battalion. We want to keep putting pressure on Benton. There's a bunch of artillery here we'll be able to wipe out. That's good. Okay. What's going on up here? We're taking a handful of casualties here and there, but so far that line's pretty safe. Oh shoot. Okay, so artillery is now coming into position to start really putting some more pressure. Perfect. Oh man, this is turning into kind of a giant blob up here of troops. Not a big fan. Also, we keep running because keep trying to take advantage of opportunities, but let's get out of there. Okay, we've... Oh my gosh. What do you guys... Oh, I told them to pursue. That's why. Look at all the artillery fire. They might freaking shatter if we don't get a handle on this, like, now. Holy crap. Get out of there. Jesus, you guys. Lawler's being flanked. He should... Oh my gosh, this artillery. Got a lot of exhaustion problems starting to present themselves because we're not being terribly wise with okay, so the first objective point is almost secured, but we've got issues. That was painful. Okay, Lawler is actually going to come and try to... Hey, get out of here. Try that crap with me. Alright. So once we get a little bit of rest and recuperation, we're going to start the next phase, which is flanking this entrenched position. Really want to get out of this swamp because we are taking artillery fire. And we really want to hit Lindsay as he comes across that creek. Really need to focus on cover over here as well. Let's try to widen our line a little bit over here. We are going to take a lot of artillery fire when we come up. Oh gosh. This was a mistake. In fact... Okay. We really don't need all these troops condensed down here. This is like, once we've taken this victory point, it's pretty freaking useless to have them down here. We need to have them flanking. So, the tedious part is coming, at least for the time being. It's going to be tedious getting them around, but it won't be tedious once we've pulled this off because we'll have a massive flank, and we've already basically half done it, so... Okay. Lindsay is in the swamp. We want to hit him. We are going to take some... Okay. We have now taken that. Okay. The problem with these brigades is when they turn about... This is getting laggy. Oh, there is a lot going on here. There's like... Okay. Let's keep pushing this artillery. We don't need it reforming and causing more problems. They are going into the river. So we want to, okay, we've driven off Lindsay. Excellent. Have a chance to get a shatter here. Because Landrum is coming into the swamp. Our snipers actually got some damage off. Okay, this looks fine. Now artillery. Let's have you guys move around over here. And we'll start hitting the entrenched positions. Okay. Alright. This is fine. Might get a shatter here. He's getting fire from a 3-star. And it doesn't look like he's... Yeah, he's routing now. Okay, good. I think if we get him to like 5 or 600, we can get a shatter. Okay, we need to get him routed before we clean this up. It is important that we deal with the artillery, but at the same time, we don't need to be stupid and just throw troops away. Okay, how many of our artillery? Let's just check on casualties so far. We're down 2,000, they're down 6,000, roughly, for 5,500. So this is actually pretty good. We're inflicting about 3 to 1, and we're attacking fortified positions. So far it's pretty good. We've made a couple of mistakes, but we've been a lot more patient than last time. And I really just want to take my time, because there is something called battle fatigue, which is, I know this is a game, but when you're doing these for 2 to 3 hours, it gets tiring. And a lot of the time you just want to finish the battle, even though you've played perfectly. So it's really important to take breaks, because these can be a freaking grind. And Washington is 2 battles away now. After this one more, and then Washington. So it's really important that we minimize our own shatters and play clean. I can't emphasize that enough. Right here we have a really good opportunity to get a lot of casualties inflicted, because we do have a mass of troops over here and they are in the swamp. It's like they're protecting their artillery or something. Okay, you guys don't need to get in the swamp as well. Like, we need to just handle this. It's getting really laggy, and I don't know why. Oh my god. Come on, guys! Oh, this is a nice route, though. Did take a couple dozen casualties, but it was kind of worth. Alright, so we have this. This might actually, when we're ready to flank, present some opportunities, so take that into consideration. Okay, we need to find out what's Georgia Lee. I'm going to have remerge and detach. Just because I need to see what is going on in these trees. If there's skirmishers in there, we need to push our way through. But if we're going to do that, we need to be in position to do it. Georgia Legion has recuperated a good chunk of its stamina, and we have fresh troops coming. Okay. You guys do not need to do that. Just come over here. We want all of our artillery to come over here. Like, now that we have this victory position, we don't need to tarry. We need to... Trying to think how we're going to deal with this. A little bit of a conundrum. Okay, their artillery is just crapping all over these skirmishers. I think I might do the rest of this tomorrow, just because it's kind of... This has started out really well, and I don't want to jeopardize that by... That's only 11:30. I might be able to. I have a bunch of stuff I need to do today, and I don't really want to be grinding this. Okay. Got routes going here. We really need to get rid of that artillery, but we can't with these guys blocking, so And I really don't want to attack there. Tiger skirmishers, you need to remerge with your parent. This is so random. I don't know how the Straw Hat is hitting them. Okay, we actually need to... Where's Brewster's over here? Okay. I think we have ammo issues up here. I'm going to have you guys remerge. Yeah, any skirmishers that are like 150 or below, just reattach them. Or reattach, detach, because they're more than likely going to get shattered just because of the amount of artillery that's on the field. You have wiped out about 43 of their guns, so... But we need to follow that up. Who's doing that? Oh my god, we gotta get out of here. Okay, what's going on up here? Okay, we've made contact with these skirmishers. We need to get them dislodged. We don't want to be fighting them out in the open. We want to get around them. Okay. Our giant conglomerate of troops is finally making its way around. We're really getting bogged down in these frickin'... We gotta stay out of these frickin' creeks and swamps in here. Like, this is not good. So we're just gonna back up. I really do need to get these artillery out of commission, though. I don't... Like, we are gonna take losses doing it, but it needs to be dealt with, so... Okay. Okay, he's routing. Need to wipe out those artillery, like, now. Could use our skirmishers to potentially soak some damage. Car? Just have you... No, you're not doing it. You're not doing anything. This is stupid. If you attack up here into this, it's death. If you attack over these creeks up here, it's death. Like, there's so many ways to screw this up. It's not even funny. These skirmishers are not going to hold their extremely advantageous position, so I should thank them for that. Gosh, we're getting double flanked by these skirmishers. Holy crap. Okay, these probably are repeater skirmishers as well. Georgia Legion, you need to get into the trees if you're going to engage them, because otherwise you're just going to get absolutely melted. Matthias is going to probably shatter for being stupid in doing that. Texas Brigade, can I get you to fall back here? You're in a good spot, but you're also not undercover. And that is not ideal. Okay, we are going to take... Let's just focus here for a second. And just make sure that this goes according to plan, because we really want to deal with this artillery. There's 500, over 500 artillery troops that we really need to deal with pronto. Like, they're options... Okay, 84% cover, that's great. That's fine. Let's get you guys off. Okay, who is shooting now? Why do I hear shooting over here? Okay, that's us, never mind. Being so freaking paranoid. Okay, let's keep pushing into that artillery. I don't know if we'll be able to get Schofield, unfortunately. Should be able to get White. Okay, they're actually shooting at Texas Brigade, who is in cover. Louisiana Tigers, you need to... Where are the Tigers? Where the frick are the Tigers? I don't see them. There they are. Okay, you need to merge. You're going to get melted by artillery. You don't want that. Okay, oh my god. stay out of the swamp, for the love of God. Oh my gosh. This is the problem. Keep pushing them away. Okay. Not perfect. Oh, this is far from ideal. We're taking fire from up in that ridge. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get crapped on here. But he's gonna get crapped on worse. This is an opportunity cost situation where it's worth it because we're getting rid. Oh my god, dude, these freaking guys are taking so many casualties. This is so yikes. Okay, you guys get back. What's going on up here? Okay, we've taken these positions and we're ready to get our flank underway. Okay. This is looking a lot better up here. Richmond, you need to get back to your parent unit. You're pretty low. Stonewall, same with you. Actually, I have a better idea. Why don't you guys just chill up here? Like, I know this isn't perfect for our artillery, but we can potentially get a lot of casualties if we shoot troops that are in the swamp. Okay, Slack should get driven off pretty quickly, but he's going to inflict a lot on us, unfortunately. Oh my god, this artillery. Yeah, we need to back the F up out of here. So we're going to keep Marston up here with the artillery, and we're just, yeah, I think that's the best use of artillery, is just to keep it here, and they can shoot anybody who dares to enter the swamp. Can we please get rid of Slack? Okay, this is not working anymore. Look, I made this big deal about getting them caught in the swamp, and then we get caught in the swamp. So it looks like we've wiped out a good chunk of their artillery. We weren't able to get it all, so a little bit of a failure on our part, but we did wipe out another 7 guns. So that's not insignificant. Okay. Just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Alright, let's get you guys out of here. Like, you guys are in the swamp. Done your job, now get the frick out. In fact, I want all you guys to just get the frick out of this position in general. It's not even advantageous to be here. Like, you're just getting shot to pieces, and you're not getting anything in return. You're just taking artillery fire. The only reason why we did that maneuver is to try to rid ourselves of that artillery. So, oh my god, like, even as we're running away, like, we're getting absolutely devastated by artillery. But I mean, we definitely came out ahead in this part of the battle. Just right here we got bogged down in the creek, so it's just one of those things. Just have to accept it and move on. Okay, Cook, you're out of position. These sharpshooters. Okay, we have a ton of skirmishers and fresh troops pouring into this part of the battlefield. This is almost exactly what we wanted. We have our cavalry. We still haven't used our cavalry at all, but that's fine. Because I'd rather just... Okay, Devon is running. I'd rather just keep them intact than throw them away. Okay, we're an hour in. Yeah, I'm going to pause here. I just want to make sure that before I come back, I have like another cup of coffee. And I really, well, let's just look at the battle right now. We have a lot. Okay, artillery is actually coming into place, and they don't actually see our artillery. So potentially when they come to cross, they don't see our... Okay, Texas Brigade. Where is Texas Brigade? Yeah, we might just keep our 3 stars down here just to punish them if they try any crap. Okay, we have a bunch of skirmishers that have no job. Send them around. Yeah, I think we can two-phase this. These guys are actually not really fighting in an advantageous position, because these guys are out in the open. They're getting... Our snipers are just racking up kills left and right. This is a pretty good... This isn't bad here. Both these troops have decent cover, 84%. And let me see. We're still pretty light. We are taking, you know, a handful of casualties over here, but once we can complete the maneuver, we'll be able to actually push from this side and really help clean this up. Let's take a look at casualties. We're down about 4,000 now. They're down 9,000. So still inflicting over 2 to 1. We want to try to get that ratio better, which we will when we conclude our flanking maneuver. But so far this isn't bad. It's just going to get really messy when we get our flank. Still have plenty of time. I don't think there's a battle time limit. I'm actually going to save this here because I kind of like how this has gone. Like, it hasn't been perfect. This is the biggest mistake we've made here, is getting bogged down. But that's the only reason why we did that, is because we were trying to get rid of enemy artillery. We've driven them back. And with our artillery here, we'll be able to just take control of this battlefield and not have to deal with artillery ourselves. All of our artillery up here is going to have superiority and reign over this entire area. We're actually going to use, once we get our parrots in place, we'll use it to just finish off these artillery. Okay. I think that's it for part 1. Let me just save. Okay. And... Okay, it's on pause. Okay, all looks well. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.